Former DOJ attorney and legal editor at PJ Media, and I asked him what we know about the DOJ attorneys looking into this case.
Well, this investigation will be conducted by what's called the criminal section of the Civil Rights Division. I used to work at the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department. One of the things PJ Media has done over the last couple of years is to monitor the hiring practices of the criminal section. We actually had to sue in federal court to get the resumes of the lawyers. And Megan, one after another, every single one of these new hires are far left ideologues, people who have a long history of fighting police departments, people who come from far left-wing activist causes.
Okay, but is that surprising? I mean, under President George W. Bush, wouldn't we have had, conservative-leaning attorneys hired for these posts?
Absolutely not, Megan. You would have had it. I was there. I saw who they hired. It was an utter balance between different ideologies, professional people. It's completely different now under Obama, under Holder.
Is there any evidence that while they may have fought against police misconduct, and there's nothing wrong with fighting police misconduct, that they have some sort of bias against police?
Absolutely, Megan. Just listen to the federal judge in New Orleans, Judge Kurt Engelhardt, who issued a 129-page opinion in a case brought by these same lawyers, the same unit of justice that's now in Ferguson. And he found that they engaged in grotesque prosecutorial misconduct in a case against New Orleans police officers. And Megan, this wasn't just fudging some facts. This was actually the lawyers blogging at the Times-Picayune website anonymously during the trial. This was the lawyers denying to the federal judge that they were doing this behavior. It's even worse. This was the lawyers who were in charge of protecting the constitutional rights of the accused police officers were leaking secret grand jury information on blogs. I mean, it's totally outrageous. And here's the worst part, Megan. They still work at the Justice Department. These lawyers were never reprimanded by Holder. They may still be involved. They might even be involved in Ferguson.
That case is unbelievable because in that case they were saying that the DOJ lawyers were anonymously blogging and trying to gin up support for their side and then denied to the judge that they did it. I mean, how are these people even still holding their law licenses, never mind working at the DOJ?
Well, this is what happens in this Justice Department. If you're part of the ideological team, the people that think that the police are out to oppress everybody, you get a pass. You don't suffer consequences for illegal conduct. And these lawyers, like Carla Dubinsky, she's one of the lawyers at the Justice Department criminal section who was engaged in this misconduct. She still works there at the DOJ criminal section, Megan. There's no consequences under Holder because they believe in the cause.
And that's the question about whether, people are worried about the county prosecutor and whether he can fairly take a look at this case. Can this DOJ fairly take a look at it? That it needs to be asked as Fox News.